Developing as we come on the air, Russia launching a new series of attacks against Ukraine as new peace talks are getting underway. Thanks for joining us. I'm Jan Jeffcoat. It is Monday, March 10th, and right now the Trump administration is working on new ways to bring Ukraine and Russia to the table. Tomorrow, leaders from the U.S. and Ukraine are expected to meet in Saudi Arabia. Angelo Brown is following all the latest developments at the live desk for us. Angela, good morning to you. Hanging over all these talks is also the fate of this rare earth minerals deal between Washington and Kyiv.
And we could get more information on movement in that as well, Jan. But right now, Ukrainian forces on the verge of collapse after Russian forces launched a surprise attack in the Kursk region ahead of a key meeting. Once again, Jan just talked about this, between senior U.S. and Ukrainian officials tomorrow in Saudi Arabia to find a path towards a ceasefire. Now, you have Secretary of State Marco Rubio, you have National Security Advisor Mike Waltz, and then you also have the Special Envoy to the Middle East, Steve Witkoff. They're there right now. Meanwhile, President Donald Trump says he is close to lifting the pause on intelligence sharing with Ukraine and address peace talks tomorrow as well. Listen.
Are you going to resume aid to Ukraine if they sign the minerals deal?
Well, I think they will sign the minerals deal, but we want them to. I want them to want peace. Right
How do
now,
they show that? How do they show they want
well,
peace?
right now they haven't shown it to the extent that they should. I think right now they haven't, but I think they will be, and I think it's going to become evident over the next 2 or 3 days. I think you're going to have eventually, and maybe not in the distant future, you're going to have some pretty good results coming out of Saudi Arabia this week.
You heard the president there. The Trump administration obviously still very optimistic the rare earth minerals deal will be signed, with Zelensky expressing regret for that argument with Trump and Vance at the White House, and an openness apparently to come back to the negotiating table as well. Meantime, Trump says he is considering this right here, large-scale sanctions and also tariffs on Russia to pressure the country into agreeing to a ceasefire and peace deal. This comes as Russia launched a successful surprise attack on the Kursk region to drive Ukrainian forces from the region. You're looking at some of that video right here. Reports say Russian troops crept for miles through a gas pipeline to launch this surprise attack, and now almost have Ukrainian forces in Kursk surrounded. We're going to continue to follow this. For more updates, of course, you can discussions about tomorrow on that deal that was going to happen in Saudi Arabia, which we'll bring the updates right here at the live desk and online at thenationaldesk.com.